morning, afternoon, evening, boys and girls of the world. My name is Reijour here. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and first impressions of some products from Miss KKW Beauty. And let's just jump right into today's video. Let's experience this together. Okay, a you and me experience. And upon opening the box, I did see this part where she has like her nice monochromatic logo right here. It says KKW Beauty. Everything inside the box is very monochromatic. It's very nude. You know, Kenny's the queen of nudes. Nudes and selfies. I'll show you guys the inside of the box. Or like I destroyed it. So this is what the inside of the box looks like. So everything's just nude, all the packaging, all the wrapping. First thing I went ahead and bought was her concealer. This is in the shade 12. I like how right here on the top it does say the shade number. And on the box it does give you a nice little monochromatic moment with, but you can't really see it, but which that's kind of like her whole focus behind the brand. Me and my best friend, like, we go back and forth saying her packaging is kind of boring, because like it is, but I believe that her brand is geared more towards people age 25 and older, because she's about 38 years old, I want to say. I'll correct myself somewhere in this video if I'm wrong. Do notice that a lot of her products are user friendly for any age range. Her contour sticks, I personally didn't purchase those because they are a very sheer buildable product, and I'm somebody I like a lot of like opaque coverage, so that's the only reason I didn't feel like that was a product that was geared towards me. But yeah, so that's why I believe like her packaging is very just monochromatic, simple, bland, because like she wants a mom to just throw it in her makeup bag, or a dad wears makeup, just throw it in his little makeup bag, travel bag, just easy on the go. So that's my beliefs on like her simple monochromatic packaging. Back to the concealer. It does look like a little lip gloss vial. This is what it looks like right here. It's shade 12. Very nude. Same color all around the brand. Cute. There's a nice little doe foot applicator. This is much smaller than an applicator that I would typically use. I tend to go for like bigger ones to cover a little more surface area. But this is cute. My only thing, going back to her branding and packaging, is I don't like how it doesn't say the brand anywhere on the logo. Oh wait, I lied. But it's very faint, so like right here, so you can't even see it. You kind of want the product to just speak for itself right on like first glance. So it does. That's kind of like a little deceiving, and I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I'm gonna get a powder puff from her because, like, you know, she's powder queen, contour queen, and honestly, lately I've been like really loving powder puffs, personal ones, so it's fine. And I do like this packaging. It kind of gives me like Pat McGrath vibes, like how she packages her lip glosses and lipsticks with like all the glitter and stuff inside. And it's like, I hope this is all biodegradable and like eco-friendly. This is a lot of wrapping. I'm not gonna lie. You have to use this and this. This is for sanitary purposes, but like honestly you could have just sent it like this personally. And again, it is that same pink nude color. It's a nice sized powder puff. It is smaller than my Laura Mercier puff, but I want to see how she does. And on the back it does say KKW Beauty again in the very faint lettering. This is more bold versus the concealer at least, so which you still can't see. I also did get her powder contour singles. I didn't want a whole contour palette. I have a couple of contour palettes, so I just wanted something to try out her contour, but more specifically just geared for my shade, hopefully. This is powder contour number 8. Again, we got monochromatic nude. Can't really see the logo, but on camera, that's such a pretty big compared to what I expected. I was expecting this to like be just like a little square right here, but like it's actually pretty big. Yeah, comes with a mirror, and go ahead and swatch the shade. This is powder contour number 8. Can't really see it on my hand, but you can. I mean, it does swatch nicely, and I just want to see how it performs on the skin. Go ahead and get 2 different eyeshadow palettes from her. I got the new Classic Nude palette, same monochromatic packaging. Very bland, but it is also a classic palette, so you know it's not gonna have like any like festive or like outwardly packaging, because it's just to be part of her main makeup line. The site describes the Classic 2 palette to be a mix of neutral and earthy hues. To me, it's just more cool tone browns and very like soft colors. And this is the one I'm so looking for. And I got I got the Mario and Kim Artist of Muse collab. I love the box. Like, I'm gonna use it. Not lying. Like, I'm really gonna like place this like my little like I have a little thing right here on the side. That's like my first foundation, my first like KKW Kylie collab. Like, you know, get man some shit into the world. I love this packaging. Like, by far, it's very sleek. The box actually feels like a suede compared to the other one, and I guess it's to give you like it's a special edition feeling. The Artist of Muse palette is described to have a mix of warm nudes, browns, and golds, as you can definitely see right there. This is honestly a very like makeup artist friendly palette, hence Mario being her key makeup artist. I have a whole bunch of colors, and I'm pretty sure you guys have a whole bunch of colors very similar to this. It's just a very go-to palette. And I also went ahead and got one of the nude glosses. I got the shade 2.5 Nude. On the website it is described as a warm honey nude. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that for you. Okay, this is very nude. I love this. It's really reflective. Very reflective gloss. I like that. So to keep this video really short, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw on some foundation and some brows off camera. I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the Profiltr matte version, and I'm in the shade 370. And for brows, I'm gonna be using my Morphe brow pencil in the shade Java. So I will be right like that. So now that we have the brows and foundation on, we can go ahead and review the concealer. Once again, I'm using shade 12. And this is described to be a full coverage hydrating formula, and I got the shade 12, and this is described on the site as a deep tan. For me personally, I feel like I should have gotten shade 11, but watching a couple tutorials, shade 11 looked really pink versus I like a yellow undertone concealer, and on the site this looked very like yellowy undertoned, but in person I feel like it's gonna match my foundation perfectly. That's not a problem, but like I do like to use my concealer to highlight and brighten. Although on the website she does have her conceal, bake, and brighten package duo, and I just really wanted to try the concealer. I didn't want to get all the other products, and her brightening powder in shade 3 was sold out at the moment. So we'll have to probably go back into that and see what this is like. But for the concealer so far, let's see what we got. Yeah, this is dark for what I want. I'll go ahead and apply this how I normally would any other concealer. I feel like you do get a lot of product on the smaller doe foot. That as a plus. Side with a sponge and one side using the brush that I like to use. It's just a normal blending brush from BH Cosmetics, and I like to go ahead and just tap the concealer in. That's pretty nice coverage just with one layer. I did cancel out the darkness and like the blue hues that I do have in here, but it also does have more of a, screams more of a red warm undertone versus yellow, as I saw pictured. I'm not mad at it, I just probably would have to go back and get another one right here and go back to the other side. Kind of like the application with the sponge a little better. It does show more of the hydrating properties, because I guess the water that's mixed in with the sponge is activating all of that. But obviously with a sponge you do lose a little bit of the coverage, and I can see right here some of those blue hues. Yeah, this is a very like, this would be really good to spot conceal. At least, because exact skin tone. It's blending right into my foundation. Like, it did not highlight my forehead. Zoom, guys, and just a little bit more. Let's just get even closer, guys. Okay, create even closer family. And this is the side that's blended out with the sponge. It is flawless, I can say that. And I believe it's more of a medium coverage versus on the side with the brush that I used, it has just about maybe almost, if not just a tiny bit more coverage than the sponge. You didn't really lose a lot. But I do want to go ahead and layer this product and just see how it blends out upon being layered. Holds up pretty nicely. It doesn't ball up like other products that I've used before. Now it's more of a full coverage on this side. On the side with the sponge. Yeah, on both sides I would say about 2 layers of this, then I can call it full coverage. Not a bad concealer, I just wish I got a lighter shade. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes like I normally would with my Makeup Forever Velvet Skin Powder, and this is the shade 425. I'm gonna add a little bit of a brightness to my under eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and brighten up with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade number 2 Medium. And like that powder, as you see, like this is just it's set with one powder with the Makeup Forever powder, versus how over here it's more blurred. The bag that I have under my eye is kind of more softened and you can't really see it as much. For me to go ahead and set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my normal honey powder from Fenty Beauty mixed with a little bit of the Sephora Max Micro Smooth powder. Normally I do like to cream contour underneath my foundation or on my foundation before I go ahead and set with powders, but I really want to see the durability and how opaque her powder singles are, so I'm just going ahead and taking powder contour number 8 into it. It is very powdery and it like does have a lot of fallout, but if that's something that bothers you, to me, and I do enjoy that it does have a little mirror, so it's genuinely a contour. And that's something that I was scared of. I was scared that it was going to be too warm and just be another bronzer in my collection versus like having an actual contour single. On my cheek, I am seeing it a little bit more red than I would normally like for a contour, but it's still an ashy or red. Tone, so it still is providing a shadow. I'm going ahead and applying it to my jaw just to fully see. It is snatching my jaw, I will give it that. And I also have to take into account that I didn't contour underneath and I am very used to seeing that type of effect. Okay, actually, now looking down in this mirror, I do like it. The pigment is there, it is blending out. It's just the color is my concern. It's warm, but it's cool. It's still shaping my face, but it is adding warmth at the same time, but it's not as warm as a bronzer. And it layers nicely. I will give it that also. Like I said, going back to her products being very user-friendly, I do like that it's buildable versus it being a very smack-in-the-face opaque contour powder that you can't blend out and like, been there, done that, and like, God, this is not that. But now, to get into this eyeshadow palette, I'm going to go in with the Classic 2. It's a nice 10-pan eyeshadow palette. A bunch of earthy browns and a couple of bronzes. I do feel like it is a little light for my complexion with some of the matte shades, specifically this one. This is the transition shade I used. This is another transition shade, but like I feel like I can't get a lot out of it matte wise. But let's just go ahead and play with this and see what it's like. I want to also go ahead and see how the concealer performs as an eyeshadow primer. I tend to use my day-to-day concealer as my eyeshadow primer. I don't really go out of my way to buy other eyeshadow primers because I feel like concealer does the job. I'm going to go ahead and set that with my same Charlotte Tilbury powder. Just on a big fluffy brush just to set the concealer to help blend the eyeshadows a little bit more easier. And I also don't want to help it out. I also want to see how the palette performs. I don't want to give it any help with the tacky base. So on a Morphe M514 brush, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Manifest and take that as my transition shade into the crease. Next I'm going to take the shade Abundance, and I'm taking that on a stiffer blending brush. This is the Morphe M433 brush. These shadows are blending out really nicely so far. Terrain, it's nice, it's a cool tone brown. Following the same steps I just did with that last color, just a little bit lower and more focused on the softer line. Taking the shade Geo, and I'm taking it dry first on a Morphe M124 brush. Oh, that's really pretty. It is a very pretty shade. Very shimmery, dark neutral brown with like some green gold reflect. How the eyes have turned out so far. Nothing really too intricate. Really just wanted to see how this colors blend. Also taking the shade Manifest right underneath the eye. Even though I had said before that arm swatches and finger swatches don't really magnify like how they actually appear on the eyes. And I feel like this is nice, just simple, easy breezy, like out the door type eyeshadow look, and I'm really enjoying this look. So quickly go ahead and swatch Nude 2.5 lip gloss. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips as I normally do using MAC Cork. I just want to see what this looks like on that. It's pretty. this is the final look. I really enjoy how everything came out. I did have a little bit of trouble with the contour powder and deciding if I like truly liked it. And by the end of the glam, like here we are, and I really liked how it came out. It's warm, but yet cool, like I've kept reiterating throughout this video. But I really like how it shaped my face, and it's very soft. It's really blendable, so I do see myself using it again in the near future. And this gloss is everything. It's very moisturizing. It's not sticky gloss. It's not thick. It's not like the High Gloss by Kylie Cosmetics. And it's really nourishing on the lips. I'm gonna keep rubbing my lips together and like looking down, like cutting in the mirror. Like this look is actually really pretty. I'll zoom you guys in a little more. This is how the eyes turned out. I didn't throw on any mascara or lashes because it is currently really late at night and I have to wash all this off. And I'm gonna be really honest because I just didn't feel like it and like trying to scrub this off personally. And we're not reviewing her mascara, so I put on mascara, yada yada yada. But yeah, zooming in, as you can see, the contour is very blended into the skin. You can't even tell like the jawline contour, like everything's just like very seamless. The concealer, I really do enjoy bringing you back in. It is creasing just a tiny little bit, and it hasn't been that long. But maybe that's just due to skin prep. I'm gonna try this out again and see what I think of it and update you guys again. But overall, I know I was going back and forth with the shade selection, but I actually really do like the shade I chose because it's 1 shade lighter than my skin tone versus it being 2 to 3 shades lighter, so it's not as a stark white under eye highlight. It kind of gives you that wiggle room for you to use brightening powders and different things to lighten up the look instead of just smack right there in the middle, just very bright under eye. Even though like we love that look, we love her, but it's all good. And yeah, so I just want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.